We have people online on live as well. So those who are live online from Facebook, you can type your questions if you have any. Okay. The purpose of this meeting is to tune ourselves into activated vegan seminars again, because I know it's an effort that every now and then needs reminding. And the main question that I always have is, I cannot do this every day, so is it worth it to try to do it even when I can? Of course, yes. I don't think anyone is doing it every day. I don't think anyone is eating activated food every day. But it is possible to do it often enough so it can affect us. So we will meet once a month, one time in English, one time in Greek, to tune into this system and help each other learn more and help each other stay in eating activated food. If you have any questions, you are welcome to ask. I have a few that are coming often, and I will answer now. And then, if we have time, move to the seminar and see some nice points at the seminar that are good to help you work on the seminar better and learn from the online seminar better. Yeah, so Alex. Okay. There is a question that came a few times and I never answered. I will answer now officially. So we'll have it recorded and we will know. And if someone has an okay, let me do the question and then we'll see. The question is, if someone is interested in making, especially men are interested in making strong bodies like muscles, strong muscles, if activated food will be ideal or will be good to follow activated vegan diet in order to build muscles. And I would say that if you want to build muscles with vegan food, you can move to vegan protein or soya products, which have complete protein, which both are not activated. So I don't have the knowledge to teach or to help someone who wants to build heavy muscles, especially men, through activated vegan system. This it's something that I don't know how to do, and I don't feel like it's possible. We need to move into more compressed protein, which in the vegan food is the soya products, tofu, tempeh, soya protein, and all the vegan proteins that are as supplements. Are sold as supplements, which it's not something we teach here or we follow here. Here we follow a complete diet, but it's not with extra protein. Okay, so this is to make it clear. And I don't know, Tariq, you believe that we can do activated vegan food with and to build muscles?
Well, I think first of all, if we are talking about building heavy muscles, I don't know if that's healthy in the first place, because I believe if you are going to build muscles by taking supplements, you're stepping out of natural way of life, because natural way of life is like you're picking the vegetables, you're picking the fruits. So you're getting everything in a more holistic and balanced way. But the supplements that help you to build up muscle, they're in a way processed. They are out of natural balance. And I think the best way to build muscles is to eat natural products, natural food, and to use your body again naturally. I'm aware of some people who lost their health because of taking, many supplements and trying to build up those huge muscles because of supplements. And that's all I know about it.
Yes,
Yeah.
so it's out of our discussion, so we can just forget about it. True, I agree. Yes, great. Okay, any questions you might have, you can do now, or I will start. Yes, Tariq, yes.
My question is, when you're having a raw meal, like we are going to have we are having 3 meals a day, and one of them is raw, ideally, especially now that summer is approaching, and I'm expecting that I will eat more raw food. Where do you get your carbohydrates in a raw meal? I find it difficult.
Okay. In the seminar, there are many options with raw meal, which has a lot of carbohydrates. For example, sprouted wheat or sprouted grains generally. It's good carbohydrates. It's actually the best way to get carbohydrates is through sprouted grains. And in our country, it's the wheat that is good. I tried also to sprout oat, and it worked. I found a kind of oat that can sprout, but it's not in our country. We don't have oat in Cyprus, but in UK, Emma, for example, we can find oat and sprout. And other grains. Every country have their own grain, and you can try to sprout the grains, and then you can eat them, and it's excellent. It's the best way to eat grains. Although I'm not a big fan of sprouting pulses like mung beans and lentils and eating them raw, I prefer the pulses to be slightly cooked when sprouted, which again, it has good quality carbohydrates. But I'm not a big fan because I think the pulses are easier to digest if you a little bit slightly stir fry them with formula. This would be the best way to eat the pulses. So we are left with the grains, sprouted grains, and of course, many fruit have carbohydrates, of course, in the form of sugar, but if we eat them raw and complete, then it can become carbohydrate in the body when we need it. It can do the job of the carbohydrate. So you don't need to worry about the carbohydrates. What someone worries is, where do we get our protein, which again, when we sprout something, because when we sprout it is meant to grow, it creates all the amino acids. That means it creates protein. So sprouting is the key when we eat our raw meal, in order to get protein and good quality protein and good quality carbohydrates. Because remember, when a plant needs to grow, it needs protein. The cells grow with protein. So if we put a seed into water and then we remove the water and we sprout it, that means that this seed now will release all the amino acids necessary. Amino acids equal protein to grow. So we have a good quality protein, good quality carbohydrates. Again, it needs carbohydrates to grow, and 3 times vitamins and minerals, 3 times more vitamins and mineral if you sprout something. So we are very happy it's a very good system to sprout everything.
Okay.
Generally speaking, you need to have a table in your kitchen with soaking seeds, pulses, and grains and sprouting them. You need a space in your kitchen where every day something will be soaked or something will be covered with cloth to sprout. And then you just keep them in the fridge. And the common question is, what if I will not eat them? Well, it takes, if you learn how to keep them in the fridge, if you learn to keep the sprouts in the fridge properly, they can stay there up to 5 days. So you need a fridge and a place and a table in your kitchen to sprout and to keep the sprouts in the fridge. And we have ready food, easily digested, full of nutrients, and very easy to cook if we choose to cook it. But Tarek, have a look again at the seminar. Because there are many options with carbohydrates. Even the nuts have carbohydrates. You don't need to worry about the carbohydrates. No reason.
Okay.
The vegans should not worry about carbohydrates because they're everywhere. In every food we eat, there are carbohydrates. So we don't need to worry about that. What we need to worry is about protein, but the activated meals are all the meals that are in the meal preparation and the meal suggestion have good amounts of protein as well.
Thank you.
Another question? No? Yes, Vijay. Yes.
Hello, everybody. Now, I have a problem. I already wrote you. I must keep on gluten-free. Eating gluten-free, and this is quite difficult anyway. Already, if you don't use activated food, and now also without any products where you also histamine is a problem, meaning all the lens, the bone, beans, and so on is meant not to be eaten so much, actually. And so I was really desperate to think, how can I feed myself, as I heard this first time, as I used to eat also much like bread, dark breads and something like this. Now I can't. Only thing I can eat is oat or gluten-free. You get it gluten-free. And of course, all the nice things, cakes and anything what you bake, because I don't use also now eggs and anything else. So this is quite heavy time. I also dropped a lot of weight. I suppose so, something like 5-6 kilos. And this diet don't feed me enough with calories, I think, because I have keep this weight. So thinking on activated food, I think there are many things I can use, but the question at the beginning is can one do it every day, and if you are a bit in hurry? So this will be still more difficult, I suppose.
So you cannot eat beans and pulses generally, any bean?
Yeah, they are histamine producing, and if you have activity to histamine, so I have a long list. There's everything. Well, actually, there are all these lenses and beans and different kinds of nuts I shouldn't use, and so on. So I use them. I use now and then.
Nuts? No nuts again. No nuts. We have
most not. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you stay with salads in the activated side, and the gluten-free grains. And if there is a nut that you can eat, then you can make it into butter and use it as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we have to check it. If you sprout the lentils, generally the pulses, if you sprout them, they have another quality. They have other qualities. So maybe we can check this. I don't know now. I am not informed very well, but we can check it to see if the pulses change quality when you sprout them, and then you might be able to use them and cook them again. If I was in your place, I will replace one meal with salad, green salad, big meal, and this is more than enough. Oh no, it's good. It's very good. This is what I do when I travel. When I travel, I cannot do activated food. I have to eat whatever I find. So what I say to myself, I say, whatever happens, wherever I am, I will eat one green salad per day. And then I will eat whatever I find. And I go to the supermarket, I pick up this green salad bags that are washed greens inside, and I just eat them like chips. I eat a whole packet with green salad, a little bit of olive oil, or whatever oil is local to the country I am. Avocado, if it's local to the country I am, and that's it. So this is something it's good to do. It will keep your energy levels high to eat one salad for meal. So that means a huge salad, not a side salad, big salad for meal, and then eat whatever you have to eat. But let's check the sprouting as well, the sprouting of the pulses, because this will be a great solution for you.
Okay.
Gluten-free.
What I can eat, of course, is my rice and potatoes.
Right.
So these are quite good supplements.
Yeah, you have to be careful though, because how will you get the protein if you eat only rice and vegetables? Not enough.
Yes.
You need to have rice with nuts or rice with pulses, sprouted pulses. If this is not possible, then you have to add eggs or yogurt. Eggs you cannot have, so you have to have yogurt. That's why we need to check the sprouted pulses, because this might be a solution, but we need to check it. Okay. I'm not, I don't know now. We need to check it. Thank you for telling me. Let's check it out. Okay. Otherwise, green salad, it has more protein than we think. Remember, the green salad it makes you strong. At the beginning, the Popeye that has spinach and then gets strong? It has a truth in it. Really, I tried it when I was doing intense training, physical training. I was eating a big salad every day as a meal. One big meal, which was green salad. And I was, if I wouldn't eat this salad, I wouldn't manage. I wouldn't manage with the training. It's a very good source of vitamins, minerals, protein, no carbohydrates. So we'll get carbohydrates another time, in another meal. It's fine. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Any other question that came out or no? What? Sandosh is here. He's trying to pick up my attention. All right. So I will share wait, I wanted to say something about. So let's stay at what Tarek said before and keep a frame of how we eat in activated food, because there might be people watching online right now that they don't have the seminar and they might get confused. The main diet, main ingredients of our diet, it's sprouted pulses and sprouted grains. The moment we sprout the grain or the pulse, any negative effect that might have, like purines, I don't know the English word, or phytic acid, which is the most popular, phytic acid, is getting much, much less, so little that it's only good for us. The moment we sprout something. That's why I insist on sprouting very much, because the food then becomes like a vegetable. That's why Vijaya, we need to check this, because the moment a pulse or a grain is sprouted, it has more qualities of a vegetable than a grain or pulse. It becomes a vegetable, actually, a very, very nutritious vegetable. So the sprouting is very important. The other thing that is important in activated food is to have space between the meals. It's very important in activated food. You can have the best activated meals every day, but if you don't give space between, they will not be activated. So sprouting is one. Second is space between the meals, 4 to 5 hours, depending on your metabolism, 4 to 5 hours. So we need to have meals only if the previous meal is digested. And this new fashion that is only a few years old, that we need to eat every 3 hours or every 2 hours in order to keep the metabolism going, it's a terrible thing for our personal development, because the stomach needs to be empty to produce serotonin for our well-being and the well-being, the energy and our well-being. The stomach needs to be empty. And I have many people who tell me I cannot sleep if I'm hungry. This is in your mind. This is in your mind. The best thing is to eat with empty stomach. To sleep with empty stomach. This is the best thing we can do for our brain and our soul, the personal development. To sleep with empty stomach, because the time we sleep is the time where all the hormones are balanced, and the energy, our energy is stored, and the day is digested. If you need to digest your dinner, you will not digest your day. I repeat, if you need to digest your dinner, you will not digest your day. The same organ that is digesting your food is digesting the impressions during the day. So we need to be able to leave the space between the meals and space when we sleep to the stomach to do other jobs than digesting, which is two basic things: producing serotonin for our well-being, and second, digesting the day. Trying to work on what we did during the day and what to absorb the information. All right. So sprouting, space between meals, and I can have a huge list. I'm trying now to find the most important, which is digestive formulas. I will talk about it. And let me say one more, one raw meal. Okay, so digestive formulas and one raw meal. Let's go to the digestive formula. Did I say anything else? I can see you taking notes. So did I say anything else about the activated vegan list? Is sprouting, space between meals, digestive formula and
one raw meal.
One raw meal. These 4 things, okay? I didn't say anything else. No. Okay, digestive formula. What is happening now? A digestive formula and one raw meal are connected with each other. There is a group of people who believe that we should eat only raw food. And I did this for 1.5 years. I tried it. I tried the raw meal, eating only raw food for 1.5 years. And being a yogi, it didn't help me a lot. It didn't help my meditation. It didn't help my practice because I was overstimulated. So I came into the conclusion that, yes, raw food is great, and I will suggest it to everyone who needs to lose weight or have a very serious illness. Then you should go into raw diet for a while. So raw diet is excellent to get better, because the raw food will give you so much energy that the immune system will get very strong. The first system that is affected and benefits from the raw diet, and generally for activated diet, is the immune system, because the immune system is using prana. Prana, the immune system is using prana. And when we eat raw food, we have high levels of prana. So the immune system will take this prana and use it to get stronger, and we can fight a lot of illnesses with raw diet. But it's not for every day. It's not forever. It shouldn't be forever, because at least for our goals, which is spiritual development. Because this extra energy that we take, if we don't need it, it becomes aggressiveness. It becomes overstimulation. It becomes rajasic. We call it rajasic in yoga. Rajasic means over-aggressive, overstimulated. So I wouldn't suggest raw diet in every meal, in all our life, but for small amounts of time or for one meal is ideal. And now, why we insist on one raw meal per day in the activated vegan diet? And we insist on digestive formula as well, because one very, very big advantage of raw diet is that it has all the digestive enzymes to be digested. So you take an apple, which is raw. The apple has everything it needs to be να διασπαστεί, πώς το λένε? To be broken down, to break it down into the carbohydrates, protein, and vitamins. So the apple, because it is raw, or anything that is raw and natural, it has everything it needs to be broken down into our system. It has the digestive enzymes. That means the liver doesn't need to create digestive enzymes, so we can digest the food, and the digestion is easy. Now, when we eat cooked food, the food doesn't have the digestive enzymes, because of the high temperatures, are destroyed. So the food doesn't have the digestive enzymes to be digested. So it needs the liver to make digestive enzymes to be digested. This is the difference between raw and cooked meals. I've heard many people who said, oh, I cannot eat raw food too much. It gets heavy to my stomach. I prefer cooked. This is happening for 2 reasons. First, because the system got used to the cooked food and cannot use the digestive enzymes properly, is used to eating cooked food. And second, because some kinds of food, when you cook them, the heat breaks them down. some foods, the heat breaks them down. So if, for example, carrots, okay, the carrots are better cooked. The heat make the carrot and all the B carotene more easy to absorb when they're cooked. So if you eat raw carrots, you might have stomach pain, but if you eat cooked carrot, you might be okay, depending if you got used to the raw food or not. So if we spent hundreds of years cooking our food, and now we cannot go back from one day to the other and eat only raw food, because the system got used to the cooked food. The system got used to losing energy, producing digestive enzymes to digest the food. But it loses energy, it loses prana. But it got used to it. It knows only the difficult way. It doesn't know the easy way anymore. So what do we do with the raw meal? We give opportunity to our system once a day to get used to eating raw food and digest it. So we train again our system to the easy way of eating. We train again our system. This is one thing. And second thing with the one raw meal is that we give a meal once a day. We give a meal to our body that which has, for sure, it has energy. It has prana. Because it's alive. It's definitely alive if it's raw. I'm not talking about eating raw fish or raw meat, okay? I'm talking about raw vegetables, raw grains, sprouted pulses. The raw plants definitely have energy. This is what I told you, Vijaya, before, that if you cannot have activated food, at least add one raw meal to your diet, so that you will at least one of out of the 3 meals will be activated. There is no way not to be activated. So then you have 1/3 of your diet is activated, and then you do what you can. So we make sure that we have one activated meal with the one raw meal, and we retrain our system to digest the easy way, to digest the raw food. This is why we use one raw meal per day. And then the digestive formula is necessary for every cooked meal, because then the liver doesn't need to produce digestive enzymes, because the digestive formula has the enzymes to digest the cooked food. Now I can see you have questions, no? I will stop here and I will repeat it after. Just tell me the questions. Questions? No? I think, Emma, you had a question, my dear? No? Ah, okay. No questions? No. Okay, I will move on then. So that's why we have the digestive formulas. And so every time you cook something, even if it's not activated, give this ability to your liver and to your body to digest the food easier. Think of a digestive formula, even if you don't, even if you have meat or dead food, use the digestive formula, because the food will not have energy if you have dairy or meat or fish. These 3 do not have energy. The only dairy that has energy is the yogurt, which has culture inside. This is the dairy that has energy, and the milk straight from the animal, straight. The other kinds of dairy do not have energy. So if we have dairy, fish, and meat, we cannot, these are dead. There is no way to get energy from this. We good protein, we get nutrients, we get, but we don't get energy. And the body will need a lot of energy to digest them because they are complicated. So these are out in our diet, at least most of the time, for some people, and for some people completely out. But even if you eat this kind of food, add digestive formula. Just always think of having a digestive formula. So I will go to the seminar. Tariq, you have a question? No. I will go to the seminar and we can check the digestive formulas today, because I want you to also think, and we can share if you want, the one herb or one spice formula, which is a great idea if you don't have formula, or if you don't want to put the specific formula in your food. We have the one spice or one herb formula, like it is rosemary. If you put a lot of rosemary into your food, it's like you use formula, a lot of formula. It's a formula. Again, it digests the food for you. Or if you use too much parsley and one more aromatic, like coriander, for example, parsley and coriander, or parsley and anethos. Fennel, fresh fennel, or anise, like, yeah. This fresh green little, let me check it. These are very good for digestion, very good. Let me just show it to you in an image. Yeah, this one. Dill, bravo, dill. Thank you, Alex. That, dill. This is excellent for digestion. Dill. Okay. So let me go share screen. Okay, this is the seminar. Easily digestive formulas. We go to the digestive formulas, and please study this chapter because it's very important. So we have preparing the digestive formulas. So digestive formula, first of all, is a mixture of spices that create all the amino acids that can help the system digest the food by giving all the amino acids to the food. No amino acids, digestive enzymes, I'm sorry. It gives all the digestive enzymes to the food. Okay? In order to prepare the digestive formulas, we need a coffee grinder. We need a coffee grinder to prepare the digestive formulas, because we need the spices to be in seeds and we make them into powder. Otherwise, the essential oils of the spices might be destroyed until they come and we buy them in plastic bags. So a digestive formula is efficient when it's freshly ground, it is used in proper quantities, not a little bit, and it is activated. That means that some spices and seeds need to be heated, while others, like dried herbs, need to be added after cooking. So do we understand this? That, like the herbs, we should put them after cooking. The spices need to be, some of them need to be heated. Let's heat it all, heat it to activate them. But we should never buy roasted seeds, never. This is not useful to us, to buy roasted spices or roasted seeds. This is dead. It's dead and it lost its qualities. We have the classic digestive formula: turmeric, cumin, coriander, mustard seeds, and black pepper or chili. This is the classic digestive formula everyone should have. And there is a video making the digestive formula. Then we have the garam masala, which again you can find in shops, but it's ground. It's ground, and it's not useful to us. We need raw spices in seeds, and we ground them ourselves: cumin, coriander, cardamom, black pepper, cinnamon, cloves, nutmeg. Okay, we have the Ayurvedic formula, which is fennel, coriander, cumin, cardamom, and ginger. We have the formula for burgers or puree, because if it's mixed and cooked with the food, it doesn't give bitter taste. Paprika, coriander, cumin, cinnamon, and black pepper or chili. For marinating, this is very nice formula. And then we have raw formula, which is excellent for our country because we have all these herbs. And when I say raw formula, I mean dried herbs that then we use them raw. We don't cook them. We use them on top of the food. Mint, basil, oregano, pepper, and cinnamon. Or the second raw formula: oregano, rosemary, spearmint, pepper, and thyme. There's za'atar, which is excellent. Again, it can be used raw, but also cooked. And then we have the one herb or spice formula. Too much cumin, it's a one spice formula. Rice with spearmint, it's another one spice formula. Rosemary, it's another formula. We have the CCF tea, which can be a digestive formula. Coriander, cumin, and fennel in seeds. We can drink it before food. This is excellent solution. If you go out, you make tea with you have a CCF tea in your bag with the 3 seeds: coriander, cumin, and fennel, and you drink the tea with your food. And it's like having a formula. You drink the tea with your food. And then we have the fresh herbs and the formula for the sweets: masala, digestive formula, pumpkin pie formula. And we have this these formulas. Now, personally, I use one of the classic formula in everything, and I'm done with it. And sometimes, if I don't want to use the digestive formula, the classic digestive formula, I use too much ginger in my food, or too much rosemary, or too much fennel and parsley, and I'm done. But if you want to impress your friends and to put them into the activated food, then you can experiment with the other formulas and have different formulas. Remember, 1 month up to 3 months, the ground formula can be okay. After the 3 months, start thinking of replacing it. So all the essential oils can be active in order to them, because the formula will digest the food for you. Remember, we digest the cooked food for you. Again, Vijaya is something you can do, even if you do not have an activated meal because of the ingredients you cannot use. Use formula. Like, be passionate about the formula, because this will digest the food for you. That means it will save you 50% of the energy. So we take, for example, dead food, but we have digestive formula. The dead food will not give you energy and will take you energy to be digested. If you use formula, the dead food will not give you energy, and the formula will make the minimum, will help you waste the minimum amount of energy for your food. Okay. Now, if you don't have any questions, I want to move a little bit into sprouting. But yes, Vijaya, tell me.
Herbal formula. Can I use, normally I can't get all these herbs fresh. So then I would mix some dried. Is it okay or not?
I didn't understand. You cannot find
Dried
fresh,
or,
which
fresh herbal. There you had a herbal formula, oregano, whatever.
Oregano, yes. This is for Mediterranean countries mostly, yes.
Yeah, all this, you had one formula for with herbals.
Yeah.
And the question was if it's okay if I cannot get them fresh to use dried ones.
Yes. Yeah, we have them dry as well. It's a dry
Okay,
herb form.
use it. Yeah.
Yeah, we use it dry. We don't use it fresh. No.
Okay.
Because it's bitter fresh. Oregano, for example, if it's fresh, it destroys your food. You need to dry it.
Fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It destroys the taste of the food. It's great. It's excellent to have dry, fresh oregano with your food, but you can't because it's terrible. The food is terrible. So you better dry it. When you dry it, it's more tasty. Now, another question that I always usually have is, these herbs or these spices are not from my country, so they're not local. And in activated food, we use only local ingredients. It's okay. It's okay because you will use 1 or 2 teaspoons per plate. Imagine per meal, per person. 1 or 2 teaspoons. It's big quantity, but it's not big enough to affect the energy, the tuning of your food. So I repeat, in order to say that I use a digestive formula, it must be 1 or 2 teaspoons in every plate, in every serving. That means you cook for 4 people, then you have to put 2 teaspoons for each person. 8 teaspoons. Okay, for 4 people, 8 teaspoons of digestive formula. You need a big quantity, but it's not that big quantity to affect the tuning of the food. So don't worry if you use Mediterranean formula in Germany, for example. It's fine. My problem is not that it's not tuned, but my problem is that if you buy oregano from Germany, that means it came from a Mediterranean country, and God knows how long it's there, and maybe the essential oils are gone. So you just need to find a good quality, like that they have. I suppose there are places where you can find good quality of Mediterranean herbs in countries that are out of the Mediterranean. Or you just come to Cyprus and you pick up yourself. Because we have oregano, rosemary, and thyme and everywhere. So you can just pick up yourself and take it to Germany with you, or to England, to Wales. Emma's from Wales. Or you can just put them in pots in your house. And oregano and rosemary are very good indoor plants. Very good. I also have in the house. They need sun. They need a lot of sun, but they can survive inside as well. Okay, shall I move on to the sprouting? The sprouting. Now I need your help for the sprouting. I can all the time, I have messages, I didn't manage to sprout this, I didn't manage to sprout that, this got destroyed or got off and smell bad and whatever. Can someone just tell me your experience with sprouting, and if you have any disappointments with sprouting or ever any success with sprouting? That's big success that you want to share, not to show how great you are, but to help us. For example, I'll tell you an example. The white beans, I never managed to sprout them. And then I have a student who said, why, I can sprout them. And she sent me a photo with white beans sprouted. It's the first time I saw sprouted white beans in my life. And she explained to me that it needs cold, it needs to wash them often, and they sprout. So, yeah, I never managed to sprout them still, but at least I know now I can do it. If I try a little bit harder, I don't know, I didn't manage to sprout them yet. So if you have any successful stories about sprouting or any very, very unsuccessful stories about sprouting, maybe it's a good idea to share them so people will have experience without trying. Sprouting? Ella, Barbara, yes. No, we need to unmute you. Ella.
I found that it's not always your own, whether you've done something wrong. At the beginning, I used to think if something didn't sprout, oh, I didn't do it right, I didn't do the right. It's not, it just depends on where you buy it. It's buying a quality. So chickpeas, for example, I now know that there's 3 places that don't buy the chickpeas from there because they never sprout. You buy them from here, they sprout. So it just depends, you know, you find a place that has them. So that's one thing that I learned. It's not always your own fault and how you did it. It could just simply be how they've been packaged and stored.
Very nice. And if something doesn't sprout, it's dead anyway. So we want, and if you want to check if the seeds, pulses and grains are alive and they have life inside them, try to sprout them. If they don't sprout, that means they don't have life inside them, or they are very old. Again, they don't have life inside them. They might be old, they might be blocked, they might many reasons, but we don't want them. We want things that can be sprouted, even if we don't sprout them. We need them to be sprouted when we try to sprout them. Good, very nice, Barbara, very nice information, and that's true. It's not always our fault. Anyone else with the sprouting? You want to talk in Greek? You can talk in Greek. Marina, you don't have any experience. Marina is always helping us with her experience. Marina, Milan.
Με βλέπετε?
Βλέπουμε το κεφάλι σου. You can see the top of your head.
Το βάζω και γλιστρά κάτω. It's slipping down.
See you, my
dear. The sprouting it goes good, yes, because I agree with Barbara that I tried some places and they never sprouted or they were hard afterwards. And also the humidity also is a factor, or the place that you put them. Maybe your kitchen is not so cold or hot. You need to place them at a position that will give them the exact humidity that they need. Sometimes it goes very quickly for me. I mean, lentils are just, I need to be careful because they sprout too much. I mean, it depends. Cyprus is so hot, and now, especially in the summer now, we need to be careful because it's hot and they sprout in hours, not days or even minutes. Just see them, lentils are very easy. Of course, the white beans and red beans are a bit more difficult, and I find them more difficult afterwards when I cook them. Or black beans. Black beans are really difficult. But again, you need to be careful at the beginning, at the sprouting. You need to have them in the correct place. Be careful from the wind, not from the air that goes, the circulation in the kitchen. Next to a window is difficult because it changes the temperature. If you're careful and you're washing them, you change the water, sometimes you wash them again and put the clothes, even the clothes, if I wash it again and it's clean, and it's just like restarting. I do it like a restart sometimes. I wash them and I wash the clothes and I insist. And then I'm patient and I wait. And they need also, they need darkness, you know, sometimes the light affected them.
Yes. Yeah, well, we don't need, we should sprout in full light because then they are confused.
Things done. You should have them. Yes, it was like a dark, how do you call them? Το μέρος, εκεί που το έχεις. The place
Yeah,
that you have. Them. Then when I see they sprouted.
Marina, we lost the sound.
Yeah, that's it. That's about it.
Yeah. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
So now the sound.
We lost the sound, but we got
the sound. Let me see.
We lost it. Marina, we'll mute you, but we got the point. We got the point. It's fine.
Now,
yes. Yeah. No, Barbara. Yes, Barbara. Unmute. Hello.
Thank you. One thing I found very useful from what you taught us is that I have a very busy schedule. Sometimes to commit to doing everything is very difficult. But the fact of what you said with digestive formula, if I have a lot of food from my mother-in-law, so therefore I don't want to throw it away. What to do with it? I get home, it's there. It was cooked lunchtime, you know, what to do with it. So I was adding digestive formula to it and sprouts. So by adding those two things, I was making it as useful for my body as possible. I found that very helpful.
Very nice. Very nice. Yes, yes. It's not, I mean, I will never say to someone, eat yesterday's food with sprouts and formula. I will never say that, but if you have it and you do it, it's better than...
No, I mean that day. No, I mean that day. She's cooked it lunchtime. I get home at night, rather than cooking my food, you know, it's like, you don't want to throw this away. What to do with it? So I would add sprouted lentils to it and formula, and it becomes okay, it's boiled something, you know, it's fasolaghi, but
yeah,
but, you know, at least it's fasolaghi with
this is ideal. This is what I do with my mom's food as well.
Yeah,
my mom's not here to listen, but yes, I mean, she cooks something traditional Cypriot food, and then if I go there with my digestive formula and my sprouts, and I add the sprouts for the protein, actually, because the other thing is that, and this is something that I need to say now before we close the seminar, is you must always have protein with your food, because we're vegans. So vegans should have always protein with their food. That means every meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, should have nuts or lentils or greens, or yes, this is what it's our protein, our main protein sources is sprouted pulses, nuts, and greens. This is our main protein sources. So you need to have these three, one of these three, in your meal. So I go to my mother and I have rice with vegetables, or I have, I don't know, fasolaki that Barbara says, like green beans, like this in red sauce and bread. This is not enough. It's not enough protein for a meal. That if I need to have more protein in my meal than the rice and the vegetables will give me. I need more. So what I do, I take my digestive formula, I take sprouted lentils, for example. I stir fry the lentils in the digestive formula and I add them on top of my food or side. And now my mom got used to it. She got offended at the beginning. It's like, wow, I cook for you and you don't. But yes, I need more protein. So I just make it for the day I will go to my mother. Mung beans and lentils are very easy to sprout in our country. Mung beans and lentils. When we were in Wales a year before, I sprouted chickpeas outside of the fridge, and they sprouted so quickly because it's ideal for them. So then I didn't know what to do with the chickpeas, and we had chickpeas for 3 days. Do you remember, guys? Remember Barbara? Barbara?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. We had chickpeas 3 days because I didn't
No.
expect chickpeas so quickly. So they were, I was putting in water the day before, and then I put the next day, then we had chickpeas in a day. So yes, you need to work with what you have. But in our country, the lentils and the mung beans are very quick to sprout. So you have them in your fridge, and whenever you go to a place or whenever, or you cook for your children, and you cook a food that, you know, you cook eggs and omelette, for example, and you don't want to have the omelette, then you stir fry your lentils in formula, and you eat it with bread, fresh bread, and that's a complete meal. And remember, the sprouted pulses have more protein than the non-sprouted pulses. For the reason why, because the sprouting makes them release more amino acids to grow, for protein, more protein so they can grow. Okay. So yes, I think I wanted something to say, but I forgot now. Yes, Barbara.
Hold on. Oh, the other thing I found is that, sorry, because
yes,
you were saying about the sprouting, that if you can't accept to have people say to me, oh, I can't eat beans, or because if they're boiled, it makes a very big difference. So if you sprout it and you're cooking it the way that we cook it, then you can digest it and you don't get the bloating. It's not a problem. So it's not the problem is the bean, it's the way that you do it. Yeah.
Yeah, Tarek. Yeah, we leave also. We close it. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I hope to see you June. I think June.
Thank you. Yeah, see you in June.
See you. Yes, remember, all these people who say, I don't eat beans, I don't like pulses, I don't eat pulses because I can't digest them. When you sprout them, they change quality.
Yeah, completely.
Completely. Okay, very good. So I want to be in time, so because people definitely have things to do. But if you have any other questions, please write the questions so then we can discuss it in the next lesson, next seminar, or we can, I can just directly answer to you. Please, I'm with you every time. Okay, so it's not like you bought the seminar and then you don't, you have me every time. You can write a question under the comments at the seminar or directly to me. You have my email, and we can help each other eating activated food. All right. Very nice to see you. Very, very nice to see you, Emma, Vijaya, Barbara. That's Barbara. I'll see you tomorrow, I hope. Marina.
Yes.
Μαρίνα μου, Άλεξ μου, θα σε δω και σένα αύριο, φαντάζομαι αύριο πότε είναι, and Ελένη μου, very nice to see you, very nice to see Tariq as well. So, see you next month in Greek. Next month is in Greek.
Ευχαριστούμε, Κορίνα μας.
Thanks. Κορίνα.
Ναι, αγάπη.